Hello YouTube, quick video today. Taking Fudge to the vets next Friday due to the fact that she's got a couple of lumps on her belly. So hopefully they're just fatty lumps. Not really much to talk about other than taking her to the vets, because she did seem to be having like bladder control, because she seemed to be weeing quite a bit. So she had a few accidents. I don't know whether that's just she had a few accidents or whether it's something to do with the lumps, I don't know. But so just take her to the vets, PDSA, on next Friday, 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon. I've got to get a urine sample in the morning, which should be fun, considering she sits quite low when she does a wee and all that. So that should be fun doing that. What to talk about? Johnny Somali. He might potentially have a life sentence. I'm not sure why, but I sort of saw it, had a quick look on YouTube earlier, just seeing what was going on. Not really been watching you. Well, I've been watching YouTube, but not been watching like commentaries on stuff that's going on. Mostly been watching Star Trek Online story series. And like haunted things at the moment. But when I get home, I'll have a quick look at what's going on with Johnny Somali and everyone else. Well, Johnny Somali apparently is going to be on trial. Is going on trial on the 29th of October, and he'll be potentially could have a life sentence. Not sure if that's basically everything that he's done is going to be it. I don't know. But Jack Doherty, apparently his career's more or less over. I think it was over when he destroyed his McLaren and then tried to con people out of the money with a crypto. So I think there's a lot of stuff's been going on recently. Liver King apparently seems to be completely losing it. So not really, as I said, not really been watching anything. So I'm hoping that the lumps on her stomach are just, don't know if you'll be able to see them. Hold on, let's have a look. There, you might not be able to see them. That's there. There we go. So she's got like lumps like around her back on her stomach. So hopefully they're just fatty lumps or benign tumours, I hope. Thing is though, what to do if they are cancerous, because she's 10 years old, and the older they get, the more risk they are. The more the risk there is, so I don't know. So I'll basically inform you all when I leave the vets on next Friday. And they'll tell me if I have to give her some like drugs that will take the tumours down. I don't know. That's the thing. And it's quite worrying because of her age. You see, they fixed this all now. They fixed all this. This was all broken a couple of weeks ago. It's all fixed now. See, they've fixed it along here as well. That's all fixed now as well. Barrier. Oh, where's she gone? There she is. Someone's chucked a barrier here. Someone's left that. Where the hell did they get this from? This is a barrier. I lump those around when I'm at work. They're quite heavy. I can probably pick up 4 of them. I can pick up 3 of them, basically. They're quite heavy. I can pick up 3 of them. 4 is pushing it, basically. But there's not much to talk about. Was going to go for a walk with my mum, but she woke up earlier this morning with a really bad headache. I phoned her earlier to see if she was still taking Darcy for a walk. They came back from Cornwall. this Friday just gone. They just came back from Cornwall after spending, I think, 2 weeks there. But she woke up earlier this morning with a really bad headache, so she decided not to take her for a walk. So I thought I'd come out for a walk today. Not as like it was yesterday. Yesterday was actually blue skies. Wasn't warm, but it was pleasant. Today it's overcast, so typical British weather. And Fudge is just enjoying herself over there. Yeah, so like I said, I've been watching Star Trek online. I am a Star Trek fan as well as a Star Wars fan. Might have seen because of me brickheads, they're all Star Wars. Yeah, but another barrier. Where do they get these barriers from? Another barrier there. I don't know where they got this barrier from. That's a boy from the work site. There he is. Yeah, so yeah, like I said, I'm a Star Trek fan and a Star Wars fan. I was a Star Wars fan, I think, before I was a Star Trek fan. I think the first time I saw Star Trek was probably in the late 80s when Next Generation started. And I think the first Star Trek film I saw was either motion picture when it was on like BBC or ITV, or when I saw The Voyage Home when it was on TV. So yeah, and the first time I saw Star Trek, Star Wars, must have been when they used to show the original Star Wars, the original trilogy, before they had the special edition. So I saw the one where in A New Hope, where it wasn't Jabba standing there, it was a human. Fudge, come on, this way, come on, this way, come on, Fudge, we're going this way. Sorry about that. Because as I said, I saw the original Star Trek Return of the New Hope when it wasn't Jabba talking to Han, when it was a fat human in a furry outfit, and when it wasn't. So I saw it when it was before they brought out the original, the special edition, which I saw in the cinema. So the first Star Wars I ever saw was Return of the Jedi, when they had that on. So I think the first Star Wars I ever saw was Return of the Jedi, and then I saw, I think, Empire Strikes Back. As I say, and I saw Return of the Jedi. It was on TV yonks ago. And then our first Star Trek I saw was when they had the original series, including the original pilot on BBC Two, when they showed all of the original series, and then they showed the Next Generation. I'm not sure if they ever showed Deep Space Nine on BBC Two, so I know they showed that originally on what was used to be Sky One. For some reason they never showed Enterprise on BBC Two. That was shown on Channel 4 for some reason, so that was weird. What's she doing? She's over there. So I've got on DVD, I've got Enterprise, Discovery, the original series, Deep Space Nine, plus all the films. Favourite films are Voyage Home, The Undiscovered Wrath of Khan, Voyage Home, Undiscovered Country. Favourite show is the original series and Deep Space Nine. TNG was alright, but it was too perfect. Voyager was roughly the same, and I enjoyed Enterprise. Enterprise was fun. Well, that's all I've got to really talk about today. She's going away again. So I'll keep you informed about Fudge's condition. like and subscribe.